Okay, so welcome to this video. This is a review of the Osprey Exos 48 litre backpack. This is the bag that I use on the West Highland Way and the Bridgeway, and I'll be using it again next year when I do the coast to coast. So this is an absolutely amazing bag, so I'm going to go through it really and why you should buy it. So I'm pretty new to backpacking, camping, wild camping. So I went on my first long distance hike this summer, where I did the West Highland Way. So you can actually, I'll put a link in the description to that video. You can watch my whole journey from where I started up in Glasgow to Fort William. It was an amazing experience, brilliant experience. Highly recommend you do it, whether you live abroad or you live in this country. Get over here to do it, because you won't regret it. It's one of the best things I've ever done. It was the first time that I wild camped, so I've never wild camped before. I've never camped really before, certainly not since I was really young. So it was the first real experience of wild camping. I wild camp by Loch Lomond in the woods at night. I wild camped by the River Orkney, which is up in the Highlands, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without this bag. So it's all about, this video is all about this backpack. So I stupidly went and brought a cheap alternative Mountain Warehouse, and the buckle broke on a test walk I did back in the spring. So so I got rid of that, got my money back actually, and bought this. It's about £100, $100 or so on Amazon. So we'll just go through it. So let's go through it in a bit of detail. So the first thing is the back system. So as you can see, it's got a breathable mesh back system here, which is amazing for comfort. So what this does is basically air can travel through. So your back's against here, but it gives a nice ventilation gap so that any air can travel through, and you won't get any kind of sweat on your back or anything like that, which is a common problem for rucksacks or backpacks which don't have that. So that's the first thing, and it's a really good back system. You've got really big holes here, as well as the hip belt as well is breathable as well. So breathability is very important in terms of well, anything really, in terms of waterproof jackets. My Ultra Lone Peaks, the hiking trail shoes that I use, I think they've got some breathability in them, because when I noticed when I first used them, when I first walk in them, they start to really heat up, and then that heat seems to disappear. So that's the same thing with this really. The back system is just, it's fully breathable, so it just makes things more comfortable for you. The straps themselves, again, they've got the same sort of breathability system on them. The straps are fantastic. They're so comfortable. You know, they're very durable, very robust. You know, you don't really, I packed this out to about 13-14 kilograms on, I think, the West Highland Way. It must have been something like that. I need to get an exact measurement, but it was at least 12 kilograms, I'd say. And you just don't, I didn't really feel it, because the bag really holds the weight well, as long as you obviously pack your bag properly by putting even distribution of the base weight at the bottom. But this is a very popular bag. YouTube, anyone that's doing wild camping, hiking, they all use this pack. So yeah, so really nice back system. Straps are really good. You've got little things here for carabiners. That is for, obviously, this is for my camera gear. When I'm walking along, I can just pull the GoPro out and start filming really quickly. But obviously you can put your drinks bottles on the front there as well. So what else have we got? So if we turn it round, let's have a look at the main pack itself. So that's my sit mat. So you've got a nice deep pocket in here, where you can put anything really. I like to put obviously this sit mat in here, a map, trek bars and food and stuff like that. But it's a really deep pocket. Obviously you can put clothes in there as well, or anything, pretty much. So so it's really good for that. On the side, something else that I found really useful is this, which is This is for hiking poles, so you've got like quick release for hiking poles. So the poles stick in there, then they attach to somewhere. There's another loop somewhere. Here. It's this. So they actually, you thread them through the top here, and they go actually through the bottom there. So it's quick release basically. So you can quick access to your. It's not quick release like a mountain bike tire, but it's quick access for your walking poles. Where traditionally, without anything like that, you have to put them in a side pocket or in the bag itself. And you know, so that means you can say if I'm filming on my GoPro, I can just put the poles, stick them to the side, and stick them into this really quickly and start filming that and get them back out again. So it's really good. So just on the side, you've got some nice deep pockets here. So I used for my water bottles, I use Smart Water bottles, which most people use. Highly recommend them. They're really good because there's a couple of sizes, an 800ml and a 600ml, I think. But these pockets are fantastic because what it means is you can just keep walking. They've got holes at the bottom here. There it is. And you can just, once you've finished drinking, you can just stick them while you're walking back up through here. You can just do it one-handed, it's easy, and they just slot back in the bottom. So really good. So you've got those on both sides. So the bag itself is, I need to double check, I'll put the weight of the bag, I know that's really important, in the description, but it's so light, it's such a light bag. You know, it's 48 litre, so you know the fact that it's not 60 or 50 litre, it's going to be a little bit lighter because there's not as much capacity and things like that. So it's really key to point that out. But the first thing I really talk about with this is the back system. It's very comfortable. The top part we can actually detach. We've got the brain here, so this is what will go in the top here will be my waterproof jacket and trousers. I've got some Trek bars in there at the moment. I'd usually put my waterproof system in the top there. Maybe some Compeed. Most of my medical stuff would go in the bottom here. So there's a zip box, a zipper here, and you can got obviously Nurofen, ibuprofen, suntan lotion, Compeed, that sort of stuff in there. So that's how I'd use it. Obviously you can use it however you want. So you probably can't see it, but you've got a really nice deep deep bag here. There's a lot of room in here. You put obviously you can fit your base layers and your base weight in the bottom. So I would put my so I took I've got a Coleman 2-man tent, hiking tent that I stick in there. Then I'd evenly distribute the weight of the bottom there. So I put the sleeping bag in the side and then my sleeping pad on the other side. And again, there's links in the description to these products. But so all the main sort of camping stuff would go at the bottom. Then I'd have maybe 2 or 3 dry bags. So I'd have a dry bag of clothes, a dry bag with cables and things in it, and a dry bag for food as well. And that would come up at the top, and then you just literally close it up like that. You've got really nice compression straps on the bag as well, so you can really compress the size of it down. What else have we got? Not too much else really, because it is a 48 litre bag, but it comes in two colours. The green one was slightly cheaper, but it comes in an amazing like a black and orange. I can't remember the actual name of that colour, but I'd probably recommend to get that one because it looks a little bit better than the green. Unless you want to save a little bit of money, you can get the cheaper green one. But the thing you'll notice with this bag is it's just so comfortable. What I'll probably do, because I'll be taking this on coast to coast next May. So at the bottom, I'll probably, whether I can or not, I'll probably get some sort of strapping in the bottom to put my tent on the bottom, perhaps, and take it out of the bag. I've seen a few people doing that, so I'm not sure whether I can do it or not. But I'd like to potentially do that. If I take the Coleman, I might look at getting the Lanshan too for the coast to coast, which doesn't use trekking poles, so I could just stick it in the bottom. That'll make the bag even lighter, because it's all about, if you see any of these videos, it's all about ultralight and keeping the bag really nice and light. So as long as you've got a nice light bag, you're good to go. But I advise very strongly not to get some cheap backpack from, I don't know, Decathlon or Mountain Warehouse. Just spend 100 quid. It's not all that much more I mean, you can get probably a decathlon bag, what, 30 quid, 40 pounds. So it's worth, because it's such an important, I mean, as I say, I tested out a bag I got from Mountain Warehouse, and the clip just broke. The chest strap broke instantly. You know, it's such an important, if your straps go, then your walk's over, isn't it? So, so it's really important to get a really high quality bag. And Osprey, a brilliant brand. You know, they're a premium brand, and there's a lot of good reviews out there. So so that sort of tells you that it's a very trusted name, and that a lot of people are using this bag. But yeah, it's just fantastic. This bit actually, the brain actually, the brain does come off. Let's have a look. Yeah, so there's clips on the back here. So if you want to make the pack even lighter, you can actually take the brain off. So the brain, you don't need that. And it's actually got, and to cover it over, it's got a little flap here, so you can make the bag even smaller. Yeah, but there's also a hydration hole here. So if you've got a bladder, you can put a bladder in there, and the tube will come out there as well. That's actually a really good thing to do. I've been on the West Highland Way. I got through so much water. I'll do another review for one of probably the most important pieces of kit other than Vaseline that I had, was the Sawyer filter water. It was so hot, I was getting through water like it was going out of style. So I was running out, stopping at streams and water courses and stuff, and filling up using my Sawyer water filter. Probably the most vital piece of kit I had on the West Highland Way, other than this bag. But I'll do a review for that in another video. But it's not waterproof, obviously. No bag really is. I hear maybe the Z-Pack stuff is I think possibly the Z-Pack's backpack is waterproof potentially, but no bags are really waterproof. So obviously you are going to need a waterproof cover. Osprey do their own. I got a cheap one off Amazon, Outstead or something. Held up really well. This material is really light, and I didn't have any problems with. I carried the bag on the Ridgeway through rain and stuff. I had the waterproof cover on, and nothing got wet. So I'm sure even if I didn't have the cover on it, it probably would leak, but it was still it would hold up pretty well, I guess. The only thing I didn't like about this bag is the fact that there's no sort of zips. There's no on that Mountain Warehouse bag. It had compartments on the hip belt, so I put my track bars in. Really convenient. I think on the old Osprey version, the old Exos 48, the previous model had that, but they've taken it out for some reason. I guess probably it makes it lighter. So, but it's really convenient to have pockets on the front. You put your phone in there, your camera, your food as well. So it's a bit annoying because there's no easy access for food other than here. I suppose I can put them to the side. That's probably good, but my water bottle's always good to go in there. But highly recommend this bag. Okay, you're starting off if you're looking to get into long distance backpacking or hiking, and you're looking to improve your life. Walking is an amazing thing to do. The West Highland Way, I assure you, I was a different person. It definitely did something good to me. There's definitely something about being out in nature for a long period of time, challenging yourself, like doing wild camping. Perhaps you're a bit scared of that. I was a little bit nervous, never done that before. Didn't really get a lot of sleep. Has to be said. I'm not used to I wasn't really used to camping or sleeping. So I mean, I'm used to sleeping, but I wasn't used to backpacking and stuff in terms of camping. So I'll probably have to get a better sleeping pad. I got a very cheap kind of an ultralight sleeping pad. I can't remember the name of it, but there's a link in the description to it. It was all right. It's pretty comfortable, but I am looking maybe at getting the Thermarest Neolight. Very expensive, but sleep's important. It'll be very important, especially for for when I do the coast to coast next year, because that's 200 miles or so. So I'm gonna need some good sleep on that. But yeah, I'll be taking that next year. I'll always be using Osprey backpack, whatever. Don't know how long this will last. It should last a long time. It's carrying a lot of weight. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, today. Please, if you like the video, click the like button, hit the subscribe button, and click the bell for the notifications. And I hope you found this video useful. If you're looking to get a new backpack, if you're getting into hiking, highly recommend getting the Osprey Exos 48. You don't need the extra space. You really need a 50-60 litre backpack. When I was on the West Highland Way, I saw a lot of people carrying having a decathlon bag. They had a sleeping bag hanging off it and all sorts of stuff, and it looked so uncomfortable. So it's worth just investing a little bit of money and to get this bag. So that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.